Okay, this is a game between two teammates. They're both Koreans. I think you'll recognise the names. It's Check Pooh and Dayfly Pooh. It's an interesting team name. So we've got two Pooh-Poohs here. So I'm just going to pause at the beginning there. And the elapsed time is 11 seconds. So if you want to quickly sync up at 11 seconds, I'll unpause the game so we can watch this tremendous replay. And I'll just turn the fog of war off there, and we can see that Check has started at the 6 o'clock position, Night Elf, and Dayfly has started at 12 o'clock position, and he's Arc. Now both these players, Dayfly is an Arc only player, Check is a Night Elf only player, so they're both masters of their races, and they are both very, very high ranked in the Korean ladder, so this will be a good game. Someone was requesting in the forums that I do an Arc game, preferably with the Arc winning, so we'll see if the Arc wins this game. It's pretty hard to say, they're both very, very good players, but I'll have to admit that Arc definitely do have a tough time versus very good Night Elf players. So we'll see what Dayfly kind of does here, see how he deals with the standard Night Elf stuff. He's doing a pretty standard build there. I think this is 15 peons so far. 10 peons so far. Blade Master, he's actually scouting very early with a peon. You don't usually see that too often. Obviously wants to find out where Check has started very quickly. So we're seeing an upgrade to Stronghold at 10 peons. You sometimes see people getting 11 peons. So he's gone for a very, very fast upgrade to Stronghold. And we're going to see a Blade Master. And as you can see, Check is scouting also with 2 Wisps in 2 opposite directions. That's exactly what I do as well. And I think we might see Check do a quick expansion. This is pretty standard these days. I think we're going to see that start. Indeed, we have. A Tree of Life has started at the bottom of his ramp. So, this will probably be one of the more interesting type of games to see, at least from Dayfly's point of view. See how he deals with a very, very, very standard and powerful Night Elf strategy, the quick expansion. So, Demon Hunter from Check, Blade Master from Dayfly. The Blade Master is doing the standard quick creeping in the centre. Mirror image, mirror image hits first, Blade Master, bam bam, thank you ma'am. So there's a Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is not in fact creeping, he's going to harass the Blade Master, knowing fine well that Blade Master is going to be creeping the priests. And the Demon Hunter actually got the experience from that archer there. It's quite a nice little strategy if you're, I know you might not do it yourselves, you need to be very, very quick. If you ever come across your opponent when he's creeping, quickly just hover the mouse over the creeps he's attacking, and if any are like 1 or 2 hits away from dying, just target them yourself and see if you can steal that experience, especially for high level creeps like level 5 gnolls or level 7 ogres, etc. So we're seeing some nice little micro here, they're kind of playing games with each other, running around a fountain whilst it's still daylight, so you've got to really control your heroes very well there. And the Blade Master's doing better here. Oh, a nice little waking up of the centre creeps there. It never did too well there. That's a big advantage there with the Cloak of Shadows when you're fighting at centre with 2 heroes there. So they're both just healing. And if we quick look at the Arc base, we can see he's instantly upgraded the fortress, instantly, and he started a Spirit Lodge. Oh yeah, he's skipped going for a, oh no he hasn't, sorry, he's getting a second hero which is a Farseer, so he's going for a Beastry here actually. That's, well, let's see what he does with that. Is he going to go for Wyverns or Raiders or whatever, we'll see, maybe he gets a Kodo, who knows. So we're still seeing messing around at the centre on Lost Temple. It's kind of like mind games in the centre, you know, you're not going to get a big advantage or game winning advantage or anything like that. It's just seeing who can micro the best, trying to steal as much experience as possible. So the Demon Hunter running back to his Moon Wells to get experience. And we can see the Tree of Life is finished, the Ancient of War finished, the Ancient of War is here to protect the Tree of Life, and we're now going to see the Demon Hunter wake up those creeps, expand and get that experience. Now here comes the Farseer, Dayfly, who's split up his heroes. This is something you only see reasonably high level players do. You don't see medium to low level players ever split up their heroes. It takes a bit too much effort and a bit too much micro to see it at lower levels of play. You'll generally only see this kind of happen at high levels of play. So we've got the Farseer alone coming in, just scouting. If it was possible for the Farseer to harass very easily with wolves, then it would do so. Unfortunately, Farseer is in a very bad position here, fighting far too near those ancients and taking a lot of damage. So here's the Demon Hunter chasing the Farseer. Oh, nice little mana burn there. Hey, Demon Hunter, let's try to get that Farseer. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if it gets it. Let's see if we can see some amazing micro here. The Blade Master who's just giving... Oh, that was a shame. The Blade Master in fact gave the... what's it called? Cloak of... whatever. Cloak of Invisible to the Farseer, but just didn't have quite enough time to activate Hide. That would have been a shame. That would have been a very, very nice outcome there. That's another thing you see at high level, is a lot more switching of items between heroes that you don't see too much at low levels. So here we can see at the Night Elf expansion, you can see the Tree of Life, the Ancient of War. And I don't know why he's kind of been a bit lazy here. He could have had that expansion up and running by now. A bit slow there from Pooh, a bit lazy there. And in fact, the art is indeed going Raiders, so he's going Raiders and Shamans. So we're going to see some bloodlusted Raiders here. Let's see how well this works out. So with this type of strategy from an Orc, it's imperative that the Orc does not screw around too much. He wants to... You'll probably see him creeping this expansion here and heading straight towards the Night Elf player. Very, very important to take advantage of your Raiders before the Night Elf player manages to take too much advantage from his quick expansion. If you leave it too late, then you just can't do anything about a Night Elf player. So it's very important the Orc tries to get that advantage in the early to mid game. So we're going to see that and try and take advantage of that in the mid game in this case. Now as you can see, Czech is sending those Druid of the Talons in Stormcrow farm. He's actually sending them to the Orc player. He was sending them towards the Ogres. I think he might have scouted the Orc player, seen him going Fortress, seen him going Bestiary, assumed he was going some Wyverns, but in fact he's not done this at all. So he just sent those Druid of the Talons up towards the Ogres to try and catch the Orc creeping those Ogres that you generally see when an Orc gets Wyverns. But he never saw any. I mean, he's probably still assuming those Wyverns around, but he's not aware of Dayfly's strategy. So 3 Raiders, 2 Shamans. We're going to see Bloodlusted Raiders and 2 heroes. So we're going to see a third hero. Yep, Torn Chieftain is indeed being trained. So I'm not too sure why the Orc is still creeping. If I was the Orc player and had Lust, I would be instantly heading towards the expansion of checks to try and take advantage of the Night Elf's weakness before it's managed to mass many, many units. But I guess he feels he needs more experience. Who am I to criticise? He's a very, very high level Orc player, so we'll see how he does. 3 Raiders, 2 Shamans, Farseer, Blade Master, and Czech has in fact just seen exactly what the Orc player is doing with those Druid of the Talons of Stormcrow farm. You can see the Orc player heading towards his expansion. So level 3 Demon Hunter, level 1 Priestess of the Moon. Slight level advantage over the Orc player, but the Orc has an extra hero. And Czech has in fact done a second expansion to the right hand side of the map. Oh, I would say that was a mistake. I would never ever do that. Far too risky versus a one base only orc who's definitely going to harass you. This will definitely have delayed him getting many units if he hadn't done that expansion. Let's see. What use is that Tree of Life? That money could have been spent on extra units. Let's see how well the Orc Attack does here. We're seeing the Orc Attack now. Oh, we're seeing some amazing use of illusion there. He's illusioned all three of his heroes. And Czech is doing the right thing. He's focus firing on the raiders, trying to kill the raiders who do siege damage to buildings. And he's got rid of all the raiders and is now retreating back to his main. But as you can see, he lost a lot of Druid of the Talons there and is under extreme pressure from Bloodlust. So, geez, I'd be extremely worried if I was in Czech's position. I would probably... Oh, he's lost his Demon Hunter. Good use of powers there from Davefly, getting rid of the Demon Hunter. And we might actually see the Priestess of the Moon die also. I think we are. Bye bye, Priestess of the Moon. So this is exactly the thing you have to do as an Orc player. You need to try and take advantage of your units as quickly as you possibly can. You cannot just run around creeping, certainly not, because you just end up losing in the long run versus a quick expander. You need to try and kill these heroes, kill a lot of units, and then consolidate. And that's exactly what Davefly is doing. Perfect play. He's realised he's got a big advantage now. He's going to consolidate, he's going to move his units, he's going to start creeping again. We might see him take out the expansion. But whatever, it doesn't really matter because he's killed both heroes and he's already got his own expansion up and running. Now, if he had simply gone creeping as I said before and had not tried to take advantage of the Night Elf's weakness in the early mid game, he would certainly have lost this game, I can guarantee it. And it's definitely what you've got to do versus a quick expander's orc, is to try and stop it, and if you don't stop it then it extremely and seriously damage his units. So we can see Czech desperately trying to get some units. He's actually rooted that Ancient of War that is usually only used for defence and has built a couple of archers out of it, because he has absolutely no units even though he has got 2 expansions. Now, Davefly has actually gone to the shop and he's bought a lot of potions. As you can see, the Farseer has got 2 potions of healing, the Blade Master has got 2 scrolls of healing and a potion of healing. So that's a lot of healing there. That's going to basically allow those heroes to